She used my credit card to buy her ex a get-well-soon gift when he got sick. When I found the receipt, she said, "It's called being a good person. You should try it." I called the bank and reported the card stolen. Now she is blowing up my phone with 32 missed calls. Hey viewers, real quick. Only 8% of you are subscribed, and our channel's kinda stuck right now. If you enjoy these stories, a quick sub would really help us keep going. Thanks. Warning, it's a bit of a roller coaster. For some context, I, 32M, had been dating Linda, 29F, for about 2.5 years. We met at a friend's barbecue, hit it off, and things moved pretty quickly from there. She's a kindergarten teacher, I work in IT project management. We both have our own places, but spent most nights together at one or the other. Things had been mostly good. We had similar interests, compatible schedules, and the relationship felt solid. There were a few yellow flags along the way. She'd sometimes spend money impulsively, had an intense relationship with her phone, and occasionally mentioned her ex, Jake, who she dated for 4 years before me. Nothing major, or so I thought. About 6 months ago, I added Linda as an authorized user on one of my credit cards. Not my main card, just a specific one I use for dining and entertainment. After dating for 2 years, it seemed like a logical next step. The idea was to simplify things when we went out. One card, one bill, no more Venmo requests back and forth. She had her own credit cards, but this was meant for our shared expenses. I made that crystal clear when I gave her the card. This is only for our dinners, movies, concerts, shared stuff we do together, I told her at the time. Not for personal shopping or gifts for other people. She agreed readily. Of course, that makes total sense. Fast forward to last week. I was paying bills, going through statements online when I noticed a charge I didn't recognize. $327.49 at Premium Electronics. I didn't remember buying anything from there, so I clicked to see the details. The purchase was made on a day I was out of town for work. It was made in-store, not online. And it was definitely not a restaurant or movie theater. I texted Linda, "Hey, did you use the dining card at Premium Electronics recently?" She replied almost immediately, "Oh yeah, I needed to grab something. I'll pay you back." Fair enough, I thought. Not what the card was for, but at least she acknowledged it. When I got home that evening, I asked for more details. "So what'd you get at the electronics store?" "Must have been something good for $327. She looked momentarily uncomfortable. "It was a portable Bluetooth speaker, the good kind." "Cool," I said. "Where is it? We could use it for the backyard hangout this weekend." Another pause. "I don't have it." "You returned it?" "No, I got it for Jake. He's been really sick with pneumonia, hospital and everything. I wanted to get him something nice for his recovery since he's always talking about wanting a good speaker for his music therapy sessions." I just stared at her. "You used my credit card to buy your ex-boyfriend a $327 gift?" "It's not like that," she said, getting defensive. "We're just friends now. You know that." "Friends or not, you used my card, which was specifically for our dining and dates, to buy an expensive gift for another guy without asking me. I was going to pay you back." "That's not the point. You should have asked first, or better yet, used your own money." That's when she said it, with an eye roll that still makes my blood boil when I think about it. "It's called being a good person. You should try it sometime." As if I was the bad guy for questioning why my girlfriend used my money to buy her ex an expensive gift. I took a deep breath. "I need the receipt." "What? Why?" Because I want to return it and get my money back." "You can't. I already gave it to him. He's using it. It's really helping with his recovery." "Then you can pay me back right now." She crossed her arms. "I don't have that kind of money just sitting around. I'll pay you back over time. Why are you being so petty about this?" That's when I knew. This wasn't just about a speaker. This was about respect, boundaries, and her complete disregard for both. "Give me the card back," I said, holding out my hand. "Seriously, you're overreacting. Card, now." She huffed, grabbed her purse, and tossed the card at me. "Fine. I didn't realize you were so controlling about money." I picked up the card, put it in my wallet, and walked out. Drove home without another word. Once home, I called my credit card company. Explained the situation calmly. "I need to dispute a charge on my account," I said. The representative was helpful. "Can you tell me which transaction, sir?" I gave them the details of the Premium Electronics purchase. And what's the reason for the dispute? I'm the primary cardholder, and this purchase was made by an authorized user for a purpose outside our agreement. I never approved this specific purchase. The representative explained my options. Since she is an authorized user, this isn't technically fraud, but we can still process a dispute based on misuse of the card. However, you should know that the merchant might contest it. That's fine. I'd also like to remove her as an authorized user and request a replacement card. They took care of everything efficiently, started the dispute process, removed Linda as an authorized user, and arranged to send me a new card with a different number. I was impressed with how easy it was. About an hour later, my phone exploded, first with texts. WTF did you do? Premium Electronics just called me about the speaker. They said the payment is being disputed. Answer your phone. Then the calls started. I let them all go to voicemail. By morning, there were 32 missed calls and 17 voicemails, each more frantic than the last. I listened to the first one. The store says they're going to charge me directly if the dispute goes through. You can't do this. Call me back now. And the last one, they're telling me I need to either return the speaker or pay for it myself. And now Jake is asking what's going on. How could you do this to me? This is so embarrassing. I texted her once. You used my card without permission for something it wasn't intended for, after I specifically told you what it was for. Not my problem. She showed up at my door that evening, tears streaming down her face. The store says I'm responsible for the charge now, and Jake knows something's wrong with his gift. You have to call them and fix this. I stayed calm. No, I don't. You created this situation, not me. But I was going to pay you back. When? How? You just said yesterday you don't have that kind of money. I would have figured it out. This is so humiliating. More humiliating than finding out my girlfriend is buying expensive gifts for her ex with my money. She wiped her eyes, switching tactics. I'm sorry, okay? I shouldn't have done it, but please call the bank and tell them it was a mistake. I'll pay you back, I promise. The chargeback process has already started. The decision is made. So that's it? You're choosing money over our relationship? I looked at her for a moment. No, I'm choosing self-respect over someone who disrespects me, uses me, and then tries to make me feel bad about it. We're done. What? You're breaking up with me over this? Yes. Please give me your tea. She stared at me in disbelief. You can't be serious. Tea, please. After more tears and accusations, she finally handed over my tea and left. I blocked her number immediately after. The aftermath was predictable. Mutual friends called to ask what happened. Linda had told them I freaked out over nothing and was financially abusing her. I explained the situation simply. She used my card to buy her ex an expensive gift, then got mad when I objected. Most understood. Some didn't. Those who didn't, well, they weren't really friends anyway. A week later, I received an envelope in the mail. Inside was a check for $327.49 and a note. Here's your precious money back. I had to use my emergency savings to cover this. Hope you're happy being alone with your money. I deposited the check, half expecting it to bounce. It didn't. 2 weeks later, the credit card company confirmed the dispute was successful. The charge had been reversed to my account. Now I had both the disputed funds back and Linda's check. This created an ethical dilemma. I didn't want to profit from the situation. I decided to send Linda a text. The credit card dispute went through, so I've received both the refunded money and your check. I'm sending you back the $327.49 from the dispute since you've already paid me back. I transferred the money to her account the same day. 3 weeks post-breakup, Linda texted back, "Thanks for sending the money. I didn't expect that. Can we talk?" I didn't respond. Instead, I started planning that Costa Rica vacation I'd been thinking about for over a year. I'd been saving a little each month for it, and now seemed like the perfect time to finally book it. Used some of my reward points from various credit cards to offset the cost. While I was researching accommodations, Linda's friend Julia messaged me on Instagram. "Hey, I wanted to let you know something. Linda's been seeing Jake again. She admitted to me that they've been in contact for months, even before the speaker incident. The whole sick thing was exaggerated. He just had a cold. I thought you should know since you were always straight with me. Sorry about all this." I thanked Julia for her honesty and booked my vacation. I spent 2 amazing weeks in Costa Rica, completely disconnected from social media and the drama back home. When I returned, tanned and refreshed, I ran into Julia at our local coffee shop. She had more to share. "So Linda and Jake are officially back together now," she said. "And get this, that speaker you paid for? Jake sold it online almost immediately. He didn't even want it." "How do you know that?" I asked. Linda told me herself. She was complaining that he didn't appreciate her gift. "She still doesn't know I reached out to you." A month later, I was at a mutual friend's birthday party when I happened to meet Linda's sister, Ashley. We'd always gotten along well. When Linda went to the bathroom, Ashley pulled me aside. "Hey, I wanted to tell you something," she said quietly. "I know my sister treated you badly, and I'm sorry about that. We've actually been arguing about it a lot. I thought you should know she pulled something similar with her ex before you. Used his Amazon account to buy gifts for other people. It's kind of a pattern with her." I was surprised by her candor. "Why are you telling me this? Because she's been making you out to be the bad guy to everyone who'll listen, and it's not right. I've always thought you were good for her." I nodded. "Thanks for telling me. I appreciate your honesty." "Take care of yourself," she said, heading back to the party. It's been 6 months now since the breakup. I've slowly gotten back into dating, meeting people through friends and apps. Nothing serious yet, but I'm open to possibilities. A few weeks ago, I caught a nasty flu that knocked me out for days. A woman I've been seeing for about a month, Claire, stopped by with homemade chicken soup and a book she thought I'd enjoy. Small, thoughtful gestures that mean more than any expensive gift. Sometimes I think about sending Linda a thank you note. Her actions taught me an important lesson about boundaries and self-respect. But then I remember that the best thanks I can give is to live well and move on completely. So that's what I've done. The $327.49 I initially disputed and then returned to Linda, I ended up donating that same amount to a financial literacy program for teenagers. Seemed like a good way to turn that negative experience into something positive for someone else. As for Linda and Jake, according to Julia, they're still together, but constantly fighting. Apparently, their latest drama involves him using her Netflix account to watch shows with another girl. Some patterns just keep repeating. Funny how things work out sometimes.